We're told, the direction that a person wants to go in, he's taken in that direction. So what does that mean? If a person wants to be a criminal, he's helped to be a criminal. A criminal shouldn't say, look, but I was helped along my way. They made it easy for me. It's because you wanted to be a criminal. By the same token, a person who wants to do the right things, the door's open for him. There's one story that I did tell before, but I think it just sums up something important. My wife, as I said, always had a need to say thank you, and she always said thank you. This is something, one of the derechs, one of the paths that she wanted to go in. She liked the music from an Israeli singer, Hayim Israel. Some of you might be familiar with him. My wife, of course, her existence was the Torah. Many of you have heard that she said to me in a private moment, she said, all I want to do is spread the greatness of His holy name. Hayim has some beautiful Torah songs. Bring tears to her eyes. Brought her a lot of happiness. Brought her a lot of happiness in her darker days. She went to see him at a concert. My daughters tell me she cried the whole way through. Songs like Kadiach Din, songs like Shema Yisrael, so on and so forth. Mahabti Toratecha. These meant a lot to her. But he's a celebrity, a star. She passed away. Her last days in hospital, we sang his songs to her, we played his songs to her. But of course she never really met him, didn't have the chance to thank him. As a matter of fact, one of the classes she gave, they played a snippet of it and she translated the words, one of the classes she gave here in Great Neck. And we didn't want to put it on, even though everybody does, without getting permission. And she would get up in the middle of the night to call Israel. She couldn't do it. In the end, we took it out of the video that we put on. Excuse me. We're at the airport. What are we doing at the airport? We're transporting my good wife to be buried at Har Zeitim. The whole family's going. I get on the plane first, or I'm called before the others. We weren't exactly in the same seats. I get on the plane. One of my daughters comes in later and says, I'm fine, thank you, Mahila. One of the daughters comes on the plane and says, Hayim Israel is on this plane. She said, we told him about Imma, and he started crying. My wife said about him, the kid said, what do you like about him so much? She says, I forget the term. What? He's down to earth. Thank you. And they said, how do you know he's down to earth? She says, you can see him. Apparently then another two daughters said, oh, it looks like Hayim Israel. They go, Hayim, and he turns around, yep, it's him. And they start telling him the story. He says, I know already. He says, let me have your email address or your cell phone or whatever. He says, I'm going to try and come to the Shiva. Yeah, sure he is. We're sitting in the Shiva in Yerushalayim the first 3 days that we were in Yerushalayim before we came back. Who walks in? Hayim Israel. He's down to earth. They had already thanked him. But we had the opportunity again to say, it was so important for my wife to thank everybody. And she didn't manage. Kadosh Baruch Hu puts you on the same flight as her. Thank you. And by the way, I told him about this business of the portion of his song in one of our, he says, do me a favor, put it in. So we will remake that video and have it online at Nonstop Torah. There's no question in my mind. That was just one coincidence. I've spoken about so many coincidences. There's no such thing, of course, as coincidence in the Jewish religion, but you can call it a coincidence. But when you add them all up, like in Purim, one after another intertwined, you realize there's no coincidence. And this was just one of a whole series of things that happened on our trip to Israel that were absolutely no coincidence.